By now, I had calmed down a little, but the moment his gaze landed on me, the ringing in my ears started again. It was an inexplicable fear. I should have stayed composed. I shouldn't have let Kael recognize me. After a one-night stand, I needed to forget everything about it. Even though my body's reaction to Kael was completely uncontrollable, rationally I knew I shouldn't keep provoking him. So, I quickly lowered my head and tugged at Evelyn to leave. But Kael had already walked away first. Before I could even breathe a sigh of relief, Vivian spotted me from a distance. She strutted over like a proud cat, her high heels clicking with each step. "Look, it's that bitch Vivian," Evelyn called out. "Ready for a fight? I'll help you take her down." Oh, I hadn't told Evelyn what happened last night yet. I hadn't told her that I'd spiced their wonderful love-making with a little red wine and cream cake. Evelyn stepped in front of me and shouted at Vivian, "You slut. Can't keep your hands off other people's boyfriends, huh? What the hell did you just say?" Vivian glared at Evelyn, sizing her up. "You're not my target right now. I'll deal with you later." She signaled her friends to block Evelyn. Evelyn tried to break free, but she was too petite. I stepped in, shouting at Vivian, "Hey, leave her alone." "Serafina? You dare show your face in front of me? You're done." Vivian sneered, her eyes filled with disdain. I adjusted my glasses and gave Evelyn a reassuring look. Still, she stayed alert, keeping an eye on Vivian. Turning back to Vivian, I shot back, "So, how was the strawberry-flavored dick? Sweet enough for you?" Vivian's face twisted in rage. "You bitch. You think you can get away with what you did to me last night? Let me tell you. I'm going to strip you naked today and post your photos on Instagram." She lunged at me, her beauty fully restored now, unlike her disheveled state from yesterday. She was a year older than me, tall, curvy, with a radiant face and golden hair that shimmered in the sunlight. Vivian was stunning, no doubt, which was why she was the cheer captain. However, she and her little clique loved picking on other people. Girls avoided her, but guys were desperate to get a chance to sleep with those friends of hers. I never expected her to fixate on me. I guess Lucian hadn't satisfied her, and now I was her new target. What puzzled me more was how she recognized me before Kael did. Before I could say anything, Vivian took 2 steps closer, wrinkling her nose. "What's that smell on you?" I was confused. I hadn't worn any perfume that morning. Suddenly, her eyes widened and her expression changed. She lunged forward, sniffing at me. I stepped back, clutching my bag, ready to bolt. "Stay away from me. I don't want your stench rubbing off on me." Vivian seemed shocked by my boldness. Her eyes narrowed as she stared at me. "Where were you last night? Who did you sleep with?" She extended her sharp, weapon-like nails, aiming for my face like a witch. I dodged her attack, but she kept coming. "You slut. Tell me what happened." I pulled out a cup of water and splashed it right in her face. Vivian screamed, backing away. Her meticulously applied makeup melted into a grotesque mess. Laughter erupted around us. Vivian glared at me with murderous eyes. "You bitch. You nerd. How dare you do this to me? I won't let you get away with this." She covered her face, screaming. "You should worry about yourself, you filthy slut. You sure know how many men have been inside you? Do you even know how many diseases you're carrying? No wonder Kael doesn't want you," I sneered, my voice dripping with venom. "You bitch. You've been with Kael. I'll kill you," Vivian shrieked, lunging at me like a madwoman. "Kael!" I shouted loudly, pretending to look behind her. Vivian froze, turning around, and I took the chance to sprint away. "Seraph, she won't let this go," Evelyn said, catching up to me, her voice tinged with worry. "But don't worry, I've got your back. If she tries anything, I'll make her regret it." I knew Vivian wouldn't give up easily, but I couldn't help feeling a sense of satisfaction. Even if I had backed down, she wouldn't have let me off. So, it was better to stand my ground from the start. I felt someone's gaze on me and turned to see Kael's handsome face. Hadn't he left already? Did he hear me call his name? He stared at me, his brow furrowed, as if trying to figure something out. His gaze made my heart race, and that strange ringing in my ears returned. Damn it, why did he affect me so deeply? I felt uneasy, guilty even, but I was sure he couldn't recognize me. The difference between me with and without makeup was stark. Even Evelyn couldn't tell, let alone a man I'd only spent one night with. It was impossible. I pulled Evelyn along, but even as we walked away, I could feel Kael's eyes locked on my back. Once we were out of sight, Evelyn said, "Kael was staring at you just now. Does he have a crush on you? Did you really sleep with him? You were out late last night." My eyes widened in shock. Evelyn's sudden question made my heart race. Did she know? Had I said something I shouldn't have? My mouth moved faster than my brain. No way, you must be mistaken. You're right. You and Kael don't really even cross paths, Evelyn said, startled by my reaction. I was just joking, but honestly, I think you should stay away from him. There's something about his aura. It feels complicated. Why do you say that? I asked. Don't you remember? My family has a generational sensitivity to certain energies, Evelyn explained. But then again, maybe he just has a pet at home. My senses aren't as sharp as my mom's. She laughed, patting my shoulder. Anyway, he's not from our world, Seraph. You should be more careful with Vivian. I nodded. I didn't need Evelyn to remind me to be cautious. I wasn't weak, and if Vivian kept provoking me, I wouldn't back down. The thought of last night, of being with Kael, her favorite man, filled me with a vengeful thrill. Seeing Vivian's intense reaction just now, it seemed she'd figured something out. But I wasn't afraid of her. After dragging myself through classes, I decided to head back to my apartment early to get some rest. Evelyn went off to her dance club rehearsal. Last night's events had left me with only a couple of hours of sleep, and I was running on empty. I walked like a zombie, my brain on autopilot, moving purely on instinct. I needed to have some rest, to purge all the sadness and anger. But then, an arm wrapped around my neck from behind, yanking me backward. I choked, my vision blurring, feeling like my neck was about to snap. What the hell was happening? Was I being attacked by some gang member on the street? Fear consumed me, my heart pounding so hard it felt like it would burst out of my chest. I screamed instinctively, completely disoriented. Then, a male voice came from above. "Seraph, it's me." In an instant, my fear turned to rage. It was Lucian. Why was he here? There was a time when his embrace made me feel safe, but now it just made me feel dirty. He'd held Vivian the same way yesterday, hadn't he? Naked, his body pressed against hers, his cock inside her. The thought made me sick. I struggled, hitting him with all my strength, but his arms were like steel, unmoving. He held me tightly, almost suffocating me. Sensing he was about to choke me, Lucian finally let go, his eyes pleading. "Seraph, I'm sorry. Let me explain. I love you. What happened with Vivian was just a one-night thing. Please, give me another chance." Lucian's face was a mess. I remembered hitting him with a lamp last night, leaving bruises and cuts on his cheeks and mouth. He looked like a clown from a carnival. Once, he'd been a handsome boy with deep blue eyes and a warm, sunny smile. He'd been like a child of the sun, radiating warmth to everyone around him. That was what had drawn me to him. But now his face was dark, stubborn, and anxious. He wasn't the Lucian I knew anymore. I sneered. "Leave me alone, Lucian. We're done." "I don't accept that. You're like a dog in heat, screwing around even when you have a girlfriend. And now you're telling me you love me? Is this how you show your love?" I clutched my textbooks tightly, my nails digging into my palms to keep from throwing them at him. "I'm sorry, I messed up. Vivian invited me for drinks, and one thing led to another. I never meant for this to happen." Lucian ran his hands through his hair, looking desperate and remorseful. "Please, if you forgive me, I'll make our relationship public. I'll do anything. Get away from me." I shoved him hard and ran, as if demons were chasing me. Tears streamed down my face as I ran. I took off my glasses, wiping my eyes furiously, but the tears kept coming. Damn it, I shouldn't be this weak. But the sadness hit me like a tidal wave, leaving my mind blank. I stumbled over a rock on the path and fell hard, scraping my palms and knees. The pain was sharp, but somehow it felt better. Maybe physical pain could numb the ache in my heart. I brushed the dirt off my clothes and got up, heading back to my apartment. All I wanted was to hide, to process everything alone. I didn't want anyone to see me like this. Please download Novels Ago and search the code in the upper left corner to continue reading.